My name is Inspector Tooslow. It's French, okay? I'm not your run-of-the-mill inspector. I'm what you may call an identity specialist. I can tell where you're from by the dirt on your shoes. I know what your zip code is by the lint in your belly button. I know what your hobbies are by sniffing your toothbrush. I got to tell you, that was a weird class. So naturally, when a case file came in about this guy who was turning the world upside down, my agency contacted me and asked if I'd be willing to help them figure it out. Inspector Tooslow speaking.
Yeah, we received a report of a man who's turning the world upside down. We would like you to investigate.
Well, of course, I'm very busy right now with all kinds of cases and stuff. But I suppose with the right incentives, I would be willing to help you out.
10 grand to start, another 10 grand when you're finished. How's that?
Do not waste my time with frivolous money offers.
Well, we got a brand new Lamborghini Hurricane in the garage. You want that?
Who would need a car such as that in a situation like mine? You crazy person.
Oh, fine. I see from your profile here that you're a watermelon lover. We could deliver a watermelon to your house every day while you're on the case. How would that be?
You not capture my attention. Send over the case file as soon as possible. I began to look over the file as soon as I received it in the mail. It was very intriguing. It was full of bits and pieces of information about this world-flipping guy. I spent the rest of the afternoon setting out the clues while I consumed several cups of coffee. Inspector log number 8990. I am currently looking over the first clue for the identity case of the person who said flip the world upside down. This is what the first clue says. And she gave birth to her firstborn, a son. She wrapped him in clothes and placed him in a manger, because there was no guest room available for them. Inspector log number 8991. This is the second piece of evidence I received in the file. It grew up before him like a tender root and like a root out of dry ground. He had no beauty or majesty to attract us to him, nothing in his appearance that we should desire him. He was despised and rejected by mankind, a man of suffering and familiar with pain. Like one from whom men hide their faces, he was despised and we held him in low esteem. This is very strange, very strange. Inspector log number 8992. This is my third piece of evidence. It says this. Isn't this a carpenter? Isn't this Mary's son and the brother of James, Joseph, Judas, and Simon? Aren't these his sisters here with us? And they took offense at him. This is supposed to be a world flipper upside downer? This is very confusing. Very confusing. Dear Diary, today I woke up in the morning and made myself some crepes. Maybe they're just called crepes. I don't know. Anyways, then I filled my day with very important things like chewing my fingernails and throwing rotten old pieces of paper into the garbage can. And then I got a call from the people at the agency looking for help for a case. It's very strange. They sent me over a case. It was called the Carpenter File. And on my first day of research, I have to tell you, I'm not sure how this man, which they claim flips the world upside down, did it. All the clues I have reflected on seem to make it clear that this person was not the kind of man who would flip anything upside down. He was born in a feeding trough to extremely poor parents. It seems like he was incredibly average as well. Not taller than anyone else or better looking or anything like that. In fact, this clue from Isaiah said that he was kind of a social loser. At least if you count like being liked by everyone as success. Finally, his job, he wasn't like a lawyer or a doctor or even a inspector. He was like me, he was a carpenter. Not a bad profession, but not necessarily one that lends itself to flipping the world upside down. Now I lay me down to sleep and all that other stuff. I will touch base with you, dear diary, tomorrow with more updates about the case. These are very strange clues. I don't know what to make of all this. I think that I need more evidence. If I'm going to figure out the identity of this person who they say flipped the world upside down, I'm going to need more clues. I believe a call to the agency is in order.
For a complaint, press 1. To talk to another robot, press 2. To listen to weird jazz for an hour, press 3. To talk to a real live person, you must send us the feather of a dodo bird. Your call is important to us, but we really don't want to talk to you. Here's a personalized way for you to know how long it will be before we get back to you. Press 1 if you have kids. Press 2 if you are single and having a hard time finding a date. Press 3 if you need to go to the DMV soon. We're sorry, you are single and can't find a date. We will get back to you about your complaint at about the same time you get that part of your life all figured out.
Is it it? Are they finished? Stupid phone. I made that call several years ago and many things have changed since then. But one thing has not changed. Calling corporate offices is like going to the dentist. They say it will be painless, but it's never not painless, if you know what I'm saying. In the meantime, maybe you, unlike me on that cold stormy day when I got that case file years ago, have a better clue about what's going on. As for me, I was kind of clueless dealing with something that was sort of out of my league. Who was this manger-born world flipper-upper, upside-downer person? It seems sort of kind of outside of the realm of possibilities that a man who was born in a stable and spent lots of time chiseling on pieces of wood would later become someone that the world knew as someone who flips the world upside down. I said world in one sentence almost 45 times one time, and I've not reached that record yet today, but I'm getting close. If you are interested in following this case to its close, I'll invite you to join us next week as we continue looking at my process of deduction, looking at the evidence as it came in, and we'll see what we're missing and why this case for me was so confusing. And there are some things that has remained true from that day to now. Calling corporate offices.
It's your